right, good evening, everybody, and thank you for your patience this evening. We're having a couple technical difficulties we're trying to fix, but we're going to go ahead and get started and try to get that fixed on behind the scenes while we're going through our formal motions. But welcome to the Boise City Planning and Zoning Commission public hearing. A few things to start out with for tonight's proceedings. Everyone from the public entering the hearing virtually has been automatically muted and cannot speak. As the item you're interested in comes up for discussion, you will be called upon and unmuted. There is a chat function in Zoom. However, this is not part of the record and should only be used if technical difficulties arise. Our procedures for public hearings begin with a presentation from the planning team. Then we'll go to the applicant and then the representative of the Registered Neighborhood Association, followed by questions from the commission. After that, we proceed to public testimony, starting with those who are in person, then who signed up on the sign-up sheet in advance, and then anyone else who raises their hand virtually. If you are attending through your telephone, you can type in *9 to raise your hand. Each member of the public is allowed up to 3 minutes for testimony. We are strict with this time as it is limited in code. Finally, the applicant is allowed 5 minutes for rebuttal, after which the hearing will be closed and the commission will deliberate and render a decision. Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
Thank you, Crystal. Good evening, everybody. We are citizen volunteers appointed by the mayor and approved by city council. We make final decisions on conditional use permits, variances and appeals, and recommendations to city council on subdivisions, rezones, annexations, and code or comprehensive plan amendments. Any decision made tonight may be appealed to city council, provided that the appeal is filed within 10 days of this hearing. In order to file an appeal, you must have given either written or oral testimony at tonight's meeting. That's why it's important to give your name and address when you testify tonight. We utilize a consent agenda. This means that if the applicant agrees with the staff report, and if there is no public opposition, the item is placed on the consent agenda. All items that are placed on the consent agenda are approved with one motion without further public comment. For items not on the consent agenda, we will hold a full public hearing in the order detailed just a few minutes ago with staff, applicant, and neighborhood association presentations, and then followed by public testimony. Thank you for attending tonight. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Schaefer.
Here.
Squires. Blanchard.
Here.
Moore. Here. Gillespie. Benbrook. Danley. Mooney.
Here.
Seha.
Here.
5 present, 4 absent.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. We have a few items for deferral to start with, and then a short consent agenda, it looks like, and then we will take our items from the top. So up first, we have item number 4 is CVA 23-23, Jason Martindale. Project address is 4809 West Albion Street. This is a variance to exceed the maximum fence height in the side setback on 0.18 acres in an R3D zone. This item would like to be deferred to March 11th. Is there anyone, do I have that date right, staff? It's March 11th for the deferral. Great, thank you. Is there anyone attending tonight that was hoping to testify in opposition to this item? Okay, very good. At this point, I'll entertain a motion to defer this item.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Blanchard.
I move that we defer item number 4, CVA 23-23 to March 11th.
Second.
Great, thank you. Got a motion to defer by Commissioner Blanchard with a second by Commissioner Moore. Any further discussion? Okay, will the clerk please call the roll? Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Mooney.
Yes.
Blanchard.
Yes.
Seha.
Yes.
All in favor, motion carries.
Okay, thank you, everybody. And we have one more. Item number 6. This is CUP 23-59 Idaho Electric Signs. Project address is 5550 East Warm Springs Avenue. A conditional use permit for an electronic message display monument sign associated with an existing educational institution located on 3.23 acres in an R1C DA zone. This item is also requesting deferral to March 11th. Is there anyone in attendance tonight hoping to testify in opposition to this item here tonight? Okay. Okay, at this point, I'll entertain a motion to defer this item.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Blanchard.
I move that we defer item number 6, CUP 23-59 to the meeting on March 11th.
Second.
Great, thank you. I have a motion to defer also by Commissioner Blanchard with a second by Commissioner Moore. Any further discussion? Very good. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Schaefer,
Yes.
Blanchard,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Mooney,
Yes.
Seha.
Yes.
All in favor, motion carries.
Okay, thank you. And now we'll tackle consent. Without objection, I'll place our work session meeting minutes from January 8th on the consent agenda, and also our meeting minutes from January 8th on the consent agenda. And then we have one lone item eligible for consent. This is item number 7, CUP 23-78, Dale Hope at 3901 South Curtis Road. This is a modification to a conditional use permit to add outdoor storage to an existing recycling facility on 31.78 acres in an M1D zone. And is the applicant present tonight? Great. And are you in agreement with the terms and conditions of the staff report? Okay, let the record show that the applicant is present and in agreement with the staff report.
They don't want the sidewalk, so Ivan and I talked about it today, that we'll move forward and try to negotiate between, kind of in the middle of the city saying.
One thing. Okay.
Mr. Chair, there
Yes,
is a
please.
separate waiver process for asking for relief from that requirement.
Okay.
I'd like to pursue.
Yeah, so might have Mary to sound off here just in case, but it sounds like we're in agreement with the staff report. We may need to have a waiver application in the future regarding the sidewalk condition. Is that correct? Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Okay. So again, for the record, applicant is in agreement with the staff report. And is there anybody in attendance tonight hoping to testify in opposition to this item? Again, this is CUP 2378 on Curtis Road. Okay, very good. I believe we'll go ahead and place that item on the consent agenda. And I believe at this point, I will entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Moore.
I move that we approve the minutes from the work session on January 8th and the commission meeting minutes on January 8th and item number 7, CUP 2378, on the consent agenda for the reasons stated in their staff report.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a second on the consent agenda?
Second that.
Great, thank you. A motion to approve consent by Commissioner Moore with a second by Commissioner Seha. Any further discussion about consent? Very good. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Schaefer,
Yes.
Blanchard,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Mooney,
Yes.
Seha.
Yes.
All in favor, motion carries.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, staff.
might I request a 8-minute recess while we figure out our tech difficulties for the Zoom access online?
Absolutely. Okay. Sorry, folks, we're having a few technical issues here tonight, so we'll be right back after a short break.
Try again. Yeah, I was. Yeah. I didn't try. I did try. I'm gonna try again, but yeah, try. Try it. I'm gonna try to wait that I put it on anyway. Yes, I got that. No, your friend is not allowed. Okay. In fact, there's nobody flew in. They lost. Yeah.
Folks, you've been all been very patient. Apparently YouTube and Zoom are not cooperating this evening, so we are still working on it. We're hoping to have some some rectification of the problem here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So hopefully Zoom and YouTube will start being nice with each other and we can continue with this meeting. So sit tight, please. Thank you. Okay, folks, here's the plan. We had a incorrect Zoom link that was sent out, and so now we're having issues with YouTube and Zoom communicating with each other. So we are going to take a 15-minute recess and create a new YouTube link. So if you're watching online via YouTube, please close your browser and go to the city website in 10 minutes and click on the YouTube link on the city website. And that will correct the issue. Legal, do I have that about right?
And yes, Mr. Chair, just to add one additional clarification, that the reason folks right now clicking on the Zoom link under the February 5th meeting are unable to attend is because of we are not currently opened in that meeting, and we cannot open more than one Zoom meeting at a time. And cutting the Zoom feed means that we lose the YouTube. So we, in order to get everybody to the correct Zoom link, we have to stop the YouTube feed and create a new YouTube link. And if we recess for roughly 15 minutes, it should be back in order, and we can then take up and perhaps retake up a couple of items on the agenda to provide opportunity for any persons willing to testify.
Very good. Thank you, Mary. Well said. Thank you. All right. So folks, we apologize for the confusion tonight. We will adjourn for until 6:50. And then at that time, we will just have to burn back through our agenda real quick, redo our consent and redo our deferrals, and then we'll start again at the top of our agenda. Okay. So again, apologize for the confusion. We've only had 4 years. You'd think we'd get it right by now, but unfortunately, that's not the case tonight. So we'll see everybody here in about 20 minutes. Oh, I guess, Mary, do we need to close the meeting right now? Or we're just taking a brief
Or just recess.
recess? We're in a recess. Right. See you all shortly.
If, like this doesn't work,
Yes, that's correct. We're trying to get the meeting to happen tonight. So we're trying to get the technical issues dealt with on the internet so that we can still have the meeting tonight.